Chapter 7. In Chapter 7, Geppetto returns home and gives his own breakfast to the Marionette. The poor Marionette, who is still half asleep, does not know yet that his 2 feet are burned and gone. As soon as he hears his father's voice, he jumps up from his seat to open the door. But as he does so, he staggers and falls headlong to the floor. In falling, he makes as much noise as a sack of wood falling from the 5th story of a house. "Open the door for me," Geppetto shouts from the street. "Father, dear father, I can't," answers the Marionette in despair, crying and rolling on the floor. "Why can't you?" "Because someone has eaten my feet." "And who has eaten them?" "The cat," answers Pinocchio, seeing that little animal busily playing with some shavings in the corner of the room. "Open, I say," repeats Geppetto, "or I'll give you a sound whipping when I get in. Father, believe me, I can't stand up. Oh dear, oh dear. I shall have to walk on my knees all my life." Geppetto, thinking that all these tears and cries are only other pranks of the Marionette, climbs up to the side of the house and goes in through the window. At first he is very angry, but on seeing Pinocchio stretched out on the floor and really without feet, he feels very sad and sorrowful. Picking him up from the floor, he fondles and caresses him, talking to him while the tears run down his cheeks. "My little Pinocchio, my dear little Pinocchio, how did you burn your feet?" "I don't know, father, but believe me, the night has been a terrible one, and I shall remember it as long as I live. The thunder was so noisy, and the lightning so bright, and I was so hungry." And then the talking cricket says to me, "You deserve it, you are bad." And I say to him, "Careful, cricket," and he says to me, "You are a Marionette, and you have a wooden head." And as a result, I throw the hammer at him and kill him. It is his own fault, for I didn't want to kill him. And I put the pan on the coals, but the chick flies away and says, "I'll see you again, remember me to the family," and my hunger grows. And I go out, and the old man with a nightcap looks out of the window and throws water on me, and I come home and put my feet on the stove to dry them because I'm still hungry. And I fall asleep, and now my feet are gone and my hunger isn't. Oh, oh, oh. And poor Pinocchio begins to scream and cry so loudly that he could be heard from miles around. Geppetto, who understands nothing of all the jumbled talk, except that the Marionette is hungry, feels sorry for him, and pulling 3 pears out of his pocket, offers them to him, saying, "These 3 pears are for my breakfast, but I give them to you gladly. Eat them and stop whipping." "If you want me to eat them, please peel them for me." "Peel them?" asks Geppetto, very much surprised. "I should never have thought, dear boy of mine, that you are so dainty and fussy about your food. Bad, very bad. In this world, even as children, we must accustom ourselves to eat of everything, for we never know what life may hold in store for us." "You may be right," answered Pinocchio, "but I will not eat the pears if they are not peeled. I don't like them." And good old Geppetto takes out a knife, peels the 3 pears, and puts the skins in a row on the table. Pinocchio eats 1 pear in a twinkling and starts to throw the core away. But Geppetto holds his arm. "Oh no, don't throw it away. Everything in this world may be of some use, but the core I will not eat," cries Pinocchio in an angry tone. "Who knows?" repeats Geppetto calmly. And later the 3 cores are placed on the table next to the skins. Pinocchio eats the 3 pears, or rather devours them. Then he yawns deeply and wails, "I'm still hungry, but I have no more to give you." "Really, nothing, nothing? I have only these 3 cores and these skins." "Very well then, Pinocchio. If there is nothing else, I'll eat them." At first he made a wry face, but one after another the skins and the cores disappear. "And now I feel fine," he says after eating the last one. "You see," observes Geppetto, "that I'm right when I tell you that one must not be too fussy and too dainty about food. My dear, we never know what life may have in store for us." Okay, so it's a tragic chapter. Pinocchio loses his legs, and Geppetto comes home to see that his son has no feet. And Pinocchio is hungry, so he discovers hunger. So It's a tough chapter. So the new words from this chapter: seat, moshav, kisem, to stagger, להתנדנד, headlong, כשראשו קדימה, sack, שק, תרמיל, despair, ייאוש, story, קומה, מפלס, to roll, להתגלגל, רעש, noise, shavings, הקצאה, שיוף, sound, איתן, חסון, to whip, להצליף, להלקות, knee, ברך, prank, מתיחה, מעשה קונדס, to stretch out, להימתח החוצה, sad, עצוב, נוגע, sorrowful, נוגע, עצוב, עגמומי, to fondle, ללטף, לגפף, to caress, ללטף, terrible, נורא איום, thunder, רעם, noisy, רעשני, lightning, ברק, bright, מבהיק, cheek, לחי. To deserve, להיות ראוי ל, wooden, עצי, hammer, פטיש, fault, אשם, אשמה, pen, מחבת, coal, פחם, גחלת, nightcap, מצנפת שינה, stove, תנור, קיריים, to scream, לצרוח, loud, רם, קולני, to jumble, לערבב, except, מלבד, pair, אגס, to pull, למשוך, pocket, kiss, glad, שמח, to offer, להציע, to weep, לבכות, להתייפח. To peel, לקלף, dainty, עדין, מעודן, fussy, דאגני, food, אוכל, מזון, must, להיות חייב, accustomed, להתרגל, in store, מצפה, עומד להתרחש, knife, סכין, skin, קליפה, row, שורה, twinkling, שנייה, רגע, ליקור, ליבה, tone, טון, נימה, to repeat, לחזור, calm, רגוע, שלט, next to, ליד, to devour, לטרוף, לזלול, to yawn, לפהק, deeply, עמוקות, to wail, לייבב, לילל, cry, מעוות, to disappear, להיעלם, to observe, להעיר, too fussy, דאגני מדי, too dainty, מעודן מדי, food, אוכל, מזון. So, in this chapter, we had Pinocchio lose his legs, and then father comes home and he finds his son without his legs. So it's a tragic chapter.